Businesses, economies and markets around the world are driven by one force: movement. From one point to another point and connecting multiple touch points. Keeping pace with the dynamics of the supply and demand of commodities, essential goods and vital industrial requirements. And when this movement is managed professionally, intelligently and skillfully, it transforms itself into a vibrant energy called momentum. And one such company in India has today touched an enviable milestone of 100 years of operations and growth by consistently harnessing movement and converting it into a winning global momentum. Chinubhai Kalidas and Brothers, the CKB Group, one of India's most trusted and highly regarded multi-surface global logistics business house, comprising of the flagship company and a clutch of individual companies with business interests in the logistics sector. Today, it is an acknowledged fact that the group has evolved into a winning assimilation of these individual corporate entities. The CKB journey began 100 years ago. The year was 1970, a truly tumultuous time in world history. It was the period of World War I. India's struggle for freedom continued with Mahatma Gandhi at the forefront with the Satyagraha movement. Gandhiji also established the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad around this time. In this pre-independence era, Indian businessmen dealt predominantly in textiles and other commodities. During the same time, two brothers, late Chinubhai Kalidas Sheth and late Surendrabhai Kalidas Sheth, decided to turn entrepreneurs by breaking away from their traditional family business of textile trading. They started a customs clearance business which was then known as Mukaddams. On the 6th of February 1917 in Bombay, thus was born Chinubhai Kalidas and Brothers, CKB. An endeavor that has the enviable distinction of perhaps being amongst the pioneers of the logistics businesses, as they are now called, of its time, and also similar businesses in the times to come. Time passed swiftly. In 1947, India gained her independence. The Sheth brothers continued to focus on growing the business. Making the most of the opportunities that came their way, the enterprise continued to grow steadily. The baton passed over to the second generation of entrepreneurs. Late Arvindbhai Surendrabhai Sheth, late Ashwinbhai Surendrabhai Sheth, and the still actively involved Mr. Atulbhai Surendrabhai Sheth.
Our relationship with Mrs. Chinubhai Kalidas and Brothers is over 6 decades old, and now they are part of the family. On both the sides, 4 generations have worked together. They are truly the first Indian multinational logistics company with higher standards of professionalism, transparency, straightforwardness, efficiency, and proactive approach. They have completed a long journey of 100 years, which in itself is a celebration.
Chinubhai Kalidas and Brothers. It's a group with which I have been associated for over 33 years. It has been a wonderful journey, a very educative journey. I have learnt a lot from Chinubhai Kalidas, particularly from people like Arvindbhai Sheth. I must also mention that the team at Chinubhai Kalidas have always been very professional and very up to date in their information, in their procedures, and that is one reason why you can leave all your work to them and go carefree. It gives me a great pleasure to know that Chinubhai Kalidas and Brothers are spending a good amount of time with their customers and also trying to educate continuously the industry, thereby taking a leadership position in the logistics and custom clearing field in this country.
The 2000s were a time span that saw CKB focus on expanding its operational footprint as well as creating companies to deliver value-added services to its ever-expanding client base. With the intention of better control, enhanced response, and to function as a centralized business unit, CKB moved into its present corporate headquarters in a heritage building in the heart of the Art Deco business district of Mumbai. Today, CKB, a closely held family business, has smoothly transitioned into a professionally managed, global scale and future-driven group of logistics companies. With an impeccable lineage and strong credentials, today CKB is managed by the third generation of the Sheth family. At the helm, CKB has a team of directors, Mr. Anand Sheth, Mr. Darshan Sheth, Mr. Ashish Sheth, and Mr. Apurva Sheth, who are hardcore logistics professionals with vast exposure to the challenges of national and international logistics and business deal making. The CKB team. Professionals motivated by results. People driven by relationships. With a quality team at the helm, CKB at the same time also ensured that it nurtured an entire team of management and support staff to take things forward in a professional manner. Composed of senior logistics professionals and multifunctional executive teams working in close coordination, the team consistently works to deliver a professional logistics experience with that special personal touch. Today, the CKB team comprises of over 325 professionals and is growing. Their intensive knowledge of local business conditions, logistics practices, and custom and government regulations ensures that every customer's business is responsibly managed right from query to delivery.
It's been 1993 since we associated with CKB, and since then we have been only using CKB for all our logistics needs or imports or exports or warehousing, all the facilities what we have to use. Except CKB, there is nobody which we choose. In one of the instances where CKB has been very prompt, we had a LC based shipment with the last deadline approaching. I requested Anand Bhai that we have to honor this shipment, and he put all his possible resources into making this container happen, possibly to ship on that vessel in 2 days.
We are dealing with CKB for more than last 20 years. Our relationship is more of a family relationship than business relationship. During any type of dealing, we always found that all the members of the team are very transparent and very much helpful. I wish the best to such a wonderful organization.
CKB's service portfolio is a collection of expertise guaranteed to deliver results. Freight forwarding, customs clearance, sea freight, air freight, trucking and transportation, multimodal transportation, 3PL and 4PL logistics, freight consolidation, warehousing and distribution, project and ODC cargo, vessel charter, liquid logistics, break bulk logistics, agency representation, advisory and consultancy services. Whether from India to anywhere or vice versa, CKB has a portfolio of global logistics that delivers.
Arvind started exports in 1972, and since then CKB is working for Arvind. Initially it was a vendor-customer relationship, but after such a long time, the relationship has developed into more of a partnership. For any problem in exports or imports, we find CKB to be our partners. We fight, we discuss but we find a solution to our problems. With CKB, we really feel that we are safe in their hands.
A presence that is stable, a reach that is growing. CKB has today set its roots far and deep in the Indian logistics industry. With its head office in Mumbai, CKB has set up fully functional, highly responsive and well-staffed offices at important port cities and business hubs. CKB today has its own offices at Chicago in the United States of America, Port Louis, Mauritius, and also at Mombasa in Kenya. It has also built up a strong relationship network of partners and agents in 189 countries and 785 cities across the world. CKB serves over 1,500 active customers who comprise of the who's who of Indian businesses and also Fortune 500 companies belonging to diverse industries.
We've been actually in association with CKB since 2009, but it almost feels much more than that. The first thing that I do remember about our association with them is there is a perfect match in the values of both the companies. In Piramal, we have trusteeship as one of the strong values. We have humility as another strong value, and this is something which we always often see in the officers also of CKB. The moment I think about this company, the next thing that I think is that the way we were successful in collaborating together and getting the ICB Ankleshwar up and running. They also went out and together with our team, I think we've done 8 rakes which were exclusive rakes which were moved from the ICD and moved into JNPT. One thing that strikes me is the friendliness of the team and the way they work towards any goal. I think firstly they make it a joint goal. Transparency, I think that's one thing that absolutely comes up as their strong point, and this I think helps in a very, very big way in fostering the relationship.
For CKB, customer satisfaction is above everything. By offering world-class logistics services, adding value and providing key support to every customer's business, locally and globally, CKB has built strong bonds that have sustained for over a century now. It is 100 years of truly living up to the promise of excellence in customer service and the constant striving to fulfill the assurance of what has become the rock-solid CKB motto for clients, business associates, partners and every stakeholder. You are safe in our hands. It is obvious that the logistics industry, as well as some of the finest institutions in India, have time and again conferred prestigious recognitions upon it. We, Chinubai Kalidas and Brothers, the CKB Group, along with the entire Sheth family, would like to express our deepest gratitude to our customers, partners, agents, stakeholders, and everyone connected with the CKB family for the past 100 years. Your continued support and guidance is what encourages us. We would also like to thank the entire CKB team who has worked tirelessly to take this organization to where it stands today. We are truly proud of you and your efforts. We also take this opportunity to bow our heads in respect and remember our founders and leaders who continue to be our guiding light even today. Thank you everyone once again.